if you sit on a balloon, it pops. Obviously, we all know that. But did you know that there's a way to turn balloons into a sturdy chair that you can sit on? This is part of my Recreating Cool Art series where I'm taking a look at this Seoul-based artist and his amazing balloon furniture. The mission is to find out how I can actually turn balloons into a stool, and will it be indestructible and able to hold my weight? I've got some pretty big questions to answer, and right now they feel a bit impossible, but I'm just going for it. From what I've seen online, he only really uses two main things: balloons and resin. That one I have lots of, but balloons, I don't have any, so let's go get some. I've arrived at the city that has the most fun. Seems like the right place. Balloons acquired. And now we can officially begin. In theory, this should be pretty simple. I read online that he coats the balloons in like 8 different layers of resin, and that's what makes it really strong and sturdy, so I can sit on it. And it also means, oh, look how satisfying that is. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Whoa. It also means though that this is gonna take quite a long time to do. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay. Step 1 is learning how to blow up balloons properly. What the heck? It's so hard to tie. I literally just said how this should be fairly simple, but I can't even tie the balloons closed. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Okay, that was way harder than it should have been. So I took a little break from the balloons to plan the design for my stool. My plan is to make each individual piece, then attach them all together at the end. I wanted to make one that was tall enough for my workbench, so I figured out the length of each piece and decided which colors to use. I'm going to do just red and yellow. Then I got to it, forming the balloon for the top seat part, the legs. Nice. The legs are done. And the smaller support pieces. Also, look at how, you see how quick I did that? Remember before when I was struggling and then boom, now I can tie it no problem. So if you're not that good at something, just keep at it because eventually you'll figure it out. So here we have it, folks. All of the different pieces that are going to come together to make my stool. Hopefully this works out because I'm about to commit like a full week of my life to this project. So tomorrow we start the resin process. Okay, I lied. It's actually the same day still. I decided to stay up late and build this spot in the studio where I'll do all of the resin. Oh, and I watched the sunset. You always got to make time to watch the sunset. Okay, so now it's actually the next day, and I also learned how to make this cute little balloon dog. Look at him. And I'm gonna immortalize him in the resin as well and see how that goes. Oh, and another change, I switched to green for the top. I also decided to add a 4th leg to the stool just for some added support. Okay, now it's actually time for the first layer of resin. If you're not too familiar with epoxy resin, it starts off as 2 liquids. Then when you mix equal parts and stir them together for like 5 minutes, it starts a chemical reaction that eventually will turn into a solid plastic. So my rough strategy is just to coat them in the resin and let gravity do its thing, and hopefully that helps coat them nice and evenly. I was trying to be so careful not to pop any of the balloons, and it all seemed to be going great until such a rookie mistake. I started at the front for some reason, and now it's just dripping all over my arms while I try to get to the back row. If you do any project with epoxy resin, just know that however messy you think it will be, multiply that by 10, and that's how messy it'll actually be. I got the first layer done, and I was so excited to see what the balloons were like once they dried the next morning. They're still like squishy, but very different feel to it. It's like plastic now.
instead of the rubbery balloon texture. They actually are all looking so good, except for this guy. He is now a three-legged dog. Poor little buddy. But from this side, he still looks cool. So that's a plus. Let's keep this resin train rolling. And that's exactly what I did. Things were just chugging along real great until I got back from a run and dang it. Sorry to interrupt, but I got some bad news. Look at this. The top seat cushion just totally popped. No. Ugh, my confidence in this project working is going downhill pretty quick. Dang it. Well, I guess I'll just redo the seat cushion and restart that one. This was the most important piece of the stool. Like, without a seat, it would be a pretty useless piece of furniture. So with version 2.0 made, I kept my daily resin routine going. If it was gonna have any chance of holding my weight, I needed to ensure it had at least 8 layers of resin, because it's like what a wise man once said, you all— No! Oh, are you kidding me? Dang it, the seat cushion again. Oh my goodness. I gotta come up with a better way to do it, or else this is gonna be a total failure. Which was not an option, since I've already spent so much time on this project. So I crafted this weird solution using a tube lined with wax paper and a ratchet strap to keep it tight. I covered it in resin and crossed my fingers that it would work. Yes! Woo! Okay, so far it seems to be working. Oh, I'm so happy right now. And that happiness did not last that long. No! How does he get the perfect spiral seat cushion? Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm going crazy. I've spent so much time on this. I made a new one and then decided maybe it was just all the green balloons were not destined to be the seat of my stool, so I switched to blue. One final time. Here we go. I was a determined man with an important dream of making a balloon stool. So I drenched it in resin, and 3 days later, oh baby, confidence levels are back up. Look at this. We have an intact, unpopped balloon seat. Yes! And here's how the other pieces are looking. You hear that? Sound of success. It's like solid plastic now. And our little dog is finished too. I'm taking name suggestions down below. Now, regular balloon dogs would just pop with a needle, but this guy, nothing. Not even phased. That's pretty crazy. It was finally time to put together and build my indestructible balloon stool. So my game plan is to use some glue to put it all together in the shape of a stool, and then do a few more coats of resin over the whole thing. The end of this project was in sight, and I was getting so excited to just finish it and find out if it would hold my weight or not. Slowly but surely, the balloons formed together into this magical, beautiful stool. It's a little bit wobbly right now, but I'm hoping the next few layers of resin will help sturdy it up. Or maybe it was wobbly because I forgot to add the 4th leg that was just chilling on the table this whole time. Rookie. I've never built any sort of chair or stool before, so of course my first attempt at one is made out of balloons. Let's try this again. I think that's much better now. Thankfully I remembered. I just gotta put on the top seat and then guess what time it is? It's resin time! Yay, so excited. It's been over a week of this. 2 days later, it was finally done. Here it is. I love how it looks. I honestly wish more furniture looked like this. Regular balloons are fragile, but now it's time to put mine to the test and see how indestructible it actually is.
And for the most important test, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on. It's not breaking. Oh my goodness. I'm actually pretty surprised that it's holding me up right now. Like, this is full weight. Is it the sturdiest of stools? No, but whenever I sit on it, it'll be a good reminder to keep trying new things and to never give up when a project seems impossible. Thanks for watching all the way till the end. You the best. Subscribe and watch another video if you want to.